and happy Tuesday to you. I'm Patty from Worthy Nutrition and welcome. Let me get that thing out of the way. There we go. I'm in my little itty bitty tiny kitchen and just wanted to talk to you today about dehydration, which I think is the perfect subject since it's like frickin' hot just about everywhere in the country, unless you're like on the coast in Oregon or something. So it's very easy to become dehydrated in this heat, and so I wanted to just talk to you about some of the causes of dehydration that we might not be thinking about, and some of the symptoms so you can recognize what those are, and then what we can do about dehydration. Okay, so some of the causes: if you are diabetic, the extra glucose that is in your system, in the blood, if there's extra blood sugar, that your body will try and get rid of it through upping the urine output, and that can dehydrate you. Blood pressure medication are often diuretics, okay, and that ups urine output also. Not a good thing. So you need to be drinking that water. Low carb diets. So let's talk about that for one moment. If you do go on a low carb diet, what you need to make sure you're not doing is replacing the carbs with more protein and keeping your vegetables the same, which are also carbs, but that's a whole different story. You don't want to go higher protein because that will tax the kidneys and it can cause dehydration. So when you do a low carb diet, you keep your protein the same and you replace those carbs with healthy fruits and vegetables. Mostly vegetables. I would say not more than 1 to 2 pieces of fruit a day. Okay? All right, adrenal insufficiency. So if you are stressed and your adrenals are constantly and consistently putting out a lot of hormone and a lot of cortisol, then they just kind of get fatigued and they're very insufficient at what they're doing, i.e. the aldosterone. There is less aldosterone that is put out by the adrenals. Aldosterone is what regulates fluid and electrolytes in your body. So if that's out of balance, you can very easily become dehydrated. So you want to obviously lower the stress and drink water while you're doing it, so your adrenals get a bit of a break. Also, those of you with gut issues such as irritable bowel syndrome and different things like that, there can be chronic diarrhea, and with that, a lot of water will escape your body and you can easily be dehydrated. So what are you going to do? You're going to drink a lot of waters. You can add electrolytes. We'll talk about electrolytes in just a minute. Age. The ability to conserve water as we age lessens. So we have to be very vigilant at keeping that water going through our body. We've got to really take care of ourselves. Good self-care, good love, right? And drink that water. High altitudes. When you're in high altitude, your body wants more oxygen because there's less in the air. So you start breathing more and peeing more, actually. So it's kind of a double whammy because you're getting rid of moisture as you breathe out, and you're doing it more often, so you're getting rid of more moisture, and then you're also peeing out the moisture too. So definitely in high altitudes, always have a water bottle with you and keep it full. Alcohol, another double whammy, okay? It lowers your anti-diuretic hormone, and it also is a diuretic itself. So it is just draining water out of your body from both ways, through the anti-diuretic hormone being lowered, and being a diuretic itself. Plus there's toxins running around all over your body because of the alcohol ingredients itself. So not a good combo. So if you need to go to a party, you want to relax and have a couple drinks, I suggest having a nice big glass of water in between. So what if you have to pee? If you have to pee, you have to pee. That's just life. That's the way it is. And yes, you can hopefully resume your conversation after coming back from the bathroom. But you're taking care of yourself, and that's what matters because you are worth it. Remember? I hope so. So symptoms of dehydration: obvious increased thirst, dry mouth. That means you're already dehydrated when you have increased thirst. So just start, down in some water. And obviously I'm not saying, 16 ounces at one time. You want to just keep a continuous amount of water going into your body. Headache is very common when you have dehydration, as well as dizziness. And sometimes if you're severely dehydrated, you could have confusion and irritability, moodiness. So just be on the lookout for that if you're out on a hot day, or if you've been sick, and of course vomiting and diarrhea, that just dehydrates the heck out of you. So lots and lots of fluids. Decreased urine output is another indicator, as well as dark urine. So if you see that, you know what to do. Start drinking the Wawa. Heart palpitations and rapid heartbeat can also happen if you're dehydrated, so that is something to consider. Here's one that I really didn't realize, but you can have sugar cravings if you're dehydrated. Who knew? I'm sure plenty of people did, but I just didn't really connect it until now. And it makes sense, okay? So the liver needs water to release glycogen and other energy components. Makes sense? Right. So if dehydration occurs, things are not going well, there's not enough water for the liver, so there's not enough energy through your body, you're fatigued, so you reach for something to eat to maybe kind of up your energy instead of water. So that's a problem too. And also dehydration interferes with brain serotonin levels. That signals, the serotonin signals that you are satiated, i.e. you've had enough food, you are satisfied. It's a great feeling, right? So not only does that happen, not happen when you're dehydrated, you will experience the desire to eat more than usual, and also you'll go more towards your food cravings, especially sugar and carbs. Okay, so that's something to really, really look out for. So when you have a sugar craving, definitely go for the water first. I know it's not as fun, but hey, you're taking care of yourself. Your body will thank you for it. I promise, promise. All right, so what to do about dehydration? Obvious, number one, drink a lot of water. The norm is usually your weight divided by 2 in ounces, okay? When you're working out, you want to start drinking before you work out, during, and afterwards. Don't forget the afterwards. A lot of people, sometimes they're thirsty and sometimes they're not after workout, and they'll forget to drink and they're already dehydrated, okay? So don't forget that. I wanted to say one more thing about that. I'll have to come back to it when I figure out what that was. Again, avoid high protein diets because that overworks your kidneys and will dehydrate you. Avoid alcohol. And about electrolytes, when you are working out, or if you're going to be out and maybe doing some hard work on a hot day, really high heat, you might want to put some electrolytes in your fluids, your water. And we're talking mostly water. You really want to drink water. Okay, that's really important. So what you want to do is make sure when you put electrolytes in your water, and I'm laughing because I totally screwed this up a couple weeks ago, make sure it's sugar-free. And, it could be sweetened by stevia. Just make sure it's not sweetened by any kind of chemicals, but stevia or munglo fruit or erythritol would probably be okay, as long as you don't have any major gut challenges. And make sure that you are caffeine free, that those electrolytes are caffeine free. I ended up getting a little bit dehydrated, not because I was not drinking enough water, but I had a hormone imbalance because we were trying something new and my body kind of freaked out, and we thought it was just pure dehydration, but it was actually something else that I've now kind of figured out. But I went to the store, got the electrolytes, didn't look at the label, and it turned out it was sugar-free. I asked for sugar-free, but it was a sports drink. It was a sports electrolyte, and there was 100 milligrams of green tea in each packet. And I am really sensitive to caffeine. Oh, so the first one went down and I was feeling good. The second one went down and I was feeling like, should I be sitting down because I think I'm gonna fall over. It was that whole wired, like tired, and I was like crazed. It was awful. So I went home, recovered, and got on some electrolytes that were sugar-free and caffeine-free. And if you're perfectly healthy and you want to do a real tough workout, you can do the caffeine. I don't really recommend it because caffeine is dehydrating, but whatever. If you think it works for you, you know, that's cool. And, you know, if you put more fruits and veggies in your diet, you can add up to 2 cups of water into your diet. 2 cups. That's a lot. That's really good. So just remember that. I would say probably not more than 2 pieces of fruit a day, 1 to 2 pieces of fruit a day, and just the rest be healthy vegetables. Just go for it. Okay, so I think that is all I have to say on that subject. And if you have any questions, please post them below. I want to invite you to my website, worthynutrition.com, and also invite you to subscribe, not describe, but subscribe to my YouTube channel, Worthy Nutrition also. And there'll be lots more videos for you to watch about different kinds of foods and different tips and things like that. So enjoy. Thank you for joining me today, and I will talk to you next week. Ciao for now.